Page 46, Polonaise Opus 53. This one is also known as the heroic Polonaise. Starting with the right hand. 3/4 time. 1 and 2. See, the quarter note comes on beat 2. I'm too lazy to keep counting 1 and a 2 and a, so I just say 1 and 2, and I feel the 16th notes in between them. Just to make sure we get this rhythm right, we'll slow this way down and count out these 16th notes to make sure, because it doesn't always fall where it feels like it should fall. That's Chopin for you. So it's at the beginning, it's 1 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, E and a. Second line, not so bad. See, both of those C's are C sharps. Connect the melody, it's the top note. Then you do that again. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, E and a, 3 E and a. Now, last line. You got 30-second notes. Isn't this going to be fun? 2 30-second notes to a 16th note. They're just quicker. So it's 1 E and a, 2. 1 E and a, 2. 1 E and a, 2. This is the sequence going down. Did you recognize it? It's not exact, but it's close. The fingering I recommend, I mean their fingering is okay, but I prefer on a sequence, I tend to try and finger it all about the same. So I'm starting out with 5th finger, that gets me to go, and then I go to 4th finger. Because after this, I'm going to start each of these iterations of the sequence with 4th finger. So I'm just here. And then it's 3/4 for the 2 notes. That 30-second note's very quick. So it's like so. So it's 5, 2, 4, then a 3/4, 1, 4, and then a 3/4. And I'm going to keep this fingering each time. Except for the C sharp, I use 2nd finger. You can use thumb if you want. It doesn't hurt anything. So I'm really it's 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. Except for the very first note, I start on 5. So it's top of page 47, you lift up, new phrase. So it's 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and 1 E. And for those 2 D's, that's quick. I do a 3/4 or a 4/3, excuse me, and then reach up. And they're saying a 3 and then substitute the 1 for it. It's okay. And then lift up again. Sound familiar? And at the top, for the quickies, I do a 4/5. I'll leave it up to you as to how you want to finger those 2 Ds. I do a 4/5. To me, it's easier. And then lift up. And then for the 3rd line, second measure, 3rd line, 1 E and 2 E and don't forget the F sharps. Rest. For the left hand is supporting, so keep the left hand soft. All the good fun stuff's in the right hand. So we're starting out here at the beginning, and then here. It's not the best fingering, but okay, that's fine. Keep it all legato. First line, second measure. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Alright. Second line, all eighth notes. You can, if you want, on the B, your second finger, and then reach down. That's fine. And then thumb. And just play each one. The last 3 eighth notes in the line are accented. Follow the slur there. Just give them a little extra oomph. And you can separate the last 2 eighth notes just a little bit. It helps to bring out the accent is all. And then the third line is here. Same as what we had before, different notes. Second measure, 1 E and a 2. And then isn't this fun? Because you got enough going on in the right hand. You don't need to be, it's hard enough as it is. Let's go down on page 47, third line. You're here. Now, actually, it'd be the second line, second measure. Let's go there. You cross over, then 3, then reach up for the F. F natural, actually. So, last line on page 47, left hand. Substitute the 2 for that immediately because it's a 1-2. So 1, 2, hit their quarter notes. You got plenty of time. And then here, F sharp, and then come down. So get it where you can do it one hand at a time. You got the fingering worked out. It's sort of working for you, and the rhythm, you understand the rhythms. Then you can attempt to put them together, the hands, very slowly. Here, 1 E and a 2 E and a 1. Make sure you lift up in the right hand for the rest. So again, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. The rest in the right hand, we need to hear that. Third line, same thing, different notes. Now third line or fourth line down, watch out. I'm going to start with 2 16th notes in the right before the third line. These, they're pickups to it. They go with it. Third line, these 32nd note, 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 1 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a. Down, that's tied when you play this, and then hold that down as you come down here. So that last measure is here, lift up, now play this, and then here, and then here. So work that out carefully. As far as the dynamics go, it's all pretty loud, but again, you get a little louder and softer depending on how you feel it in the music. You're not just going to get very loud and stay there for the whole piece. generally overall it's a very loud, this arrangement is very loud. Then once you get all that worked out, then we can add the pedal to help us a little bit. And the main thing for the pedal is to reinforce the loudness by adding a bunch of overtones. But we don't want to make it smeary. This is not a fast piece. It says maestoso. It's a proud piece, a majestic piece. So careful with the smeariness. Because it's very loud, rather than using overlapping pretty much, I mean, for the changing the pedal, I do it overlapping to ensure that it stays legato, but when you're starting it, I push the pedal down with the notes. I don't lag it. There, I change it there on that beat, the third beat of the first measure, so I hear a rest in the right hand. So again. Watch their pedaling carefully, just follow their pedaling, it's fine. In the second measure there on the first line, keep the right hand down, there's no rest here. Then go on. Separate these a little bit. There's no pedal on those. And then go on. This is loud, the right hand's loud. Keep the left hand down and it's all legato, just follow through. At the beginning of the last line on page 46. Now here at the top of page 47, I like to hear a break in the phrase here, here to here. A little silence in the right hand, not the left. So I'm lifting the pedal up with the right hand here. We're pedaling each eighth note there in the last part of the last measure of the second line. And then on this, we pedal it at first and then let it up to clean out the sound. Then back to the... Follow their pedaling, it's fine. And then if you repeat it, let up before you go back. So there's a little silence there. It's here. I took it really slow. I mean, go listen to the recording and you'll hear the atmosphere of it. It's just a lot of times people will put in a phrase break. Let's say on page 46, second line in the first measure. You see how the curved lines are going, the phrasing here. And the last one, they'll put in a little phrase break. And if you want to do that, that's fine. You just pedal it with the right hand. Don't legato, so it's... Keep the left hand down. It's not. So... Start this soft so I got room to crescendo as I go up. And again, I lift the pedal up with the hand, the right hand on the first measure, the second line on page 40. It's the same as the line above it, it's just an octave higher. So I lift it up so I hear a phrase. Here again, the second measure of that line, I can lift it up so I hear these slurs. So, you know, there's silence there in the right hand. So the second measure. continue that slurring all through the next measure. Just keep the beat steady. Whatever your beat is. 1 and 2. It's loud all the way to the end, and it doesn't slow down or nothing. It's just loud. And then at the end, everything comes up. It all explodes together or whatever it is. And that's this.